What happens when you take the Blair Witch Paranormal Activity approach to shooting a party movie? This happens. Producer Todd Phillips, director of The Hangover, looks to do for the party movie what he did for the bachelor party with this new film.
I'm told this ties up a lot of loose ends from Project IX.
Mom, Dad, it's me, Thomas. Where do I start? This is supposed to be a small get-together. I wanted to be cool for one night. I wanted girls to notice me.
And then they were all murdered? Yes, unlike the colorful, fun teen parties of yesteryear, this one's been YouTuberated for the new generation and shot in the handheld format we like to call, Oops, I Made a Movie.
Anything shot with that handheld Blair Witch style can't be funny, can it? I mean, the whole time you're watching this, you're waiting for a dead body to pop out from behind whatever closet they open.
Yet there's another version of this trailer that includes quotes not from critics, but from audience members. Watch. Best party movie ever, says 15-year-old boy with no frame of reference.
Funny as hell, says guy who still thinks high fives are cool.
A parent's worst nightmare, Rick Santorum.
There was one place where the trailer lost me, though.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Physically assaulting adults with a stun gun? Don't worry, it's all in good fun, because there's a midget in the room.
Yet sadly, no Matthew Broderick with a monkey. When I was a kid, all the kids in party movies looked like 30-year-olds. Now they all look like 15-year-olds.
I blame all the hormones in milk for high school girls looking like that. Trust me, if they looked like that when I went to high school, somebody would have gotten pregnant.
Well, how do you like your fake shit? John Carter is an adaptation of Tarzan writer Edgar Rice Burroughs' sci-fi epic, A Princess of Mars, featuring a character often known as John Carter of Mars.
John Carter of Mars is a much more appropriate title for a movie about an Earthling who's transported to Mars than John Carter, which sounds like an indie movie where Denzel Washington teaches a young kid named John Carter how to read.
The title is ordinary, just to fool girls into going to the movie. John Carter. Yeah, Drew Barrymore could be in that.
So with Mike Turner, Dave Anderson, and Steve Brewer all busy, the Martians turn to John Carter to lead the charge and help them defeat a race of alien invaders. He's played by Taylor Kitsch, who's really tiny. Did they outlaw steroids in movies too, or is it still just...
Well, that's partially why Hollywood actresses are so skinny, to make the actors look bigger.
When I was a kid, John Carter would have been played by some huge ex-linebacker or a weightlifter with a comically foreign accent. Apparently, I'm 2 P90X weeks away from being able to free a nation of Jar Jars armed only with a spear.
What do Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, and the TV show 21 Jump Street have in common? Nothing. But that doesn't stop 21 Jump Street from being a movie.
For those of you too young to remember or who just don't care, 21 Jump Street was a Fox show about Johnny Depp going undercover at a local high school to bust drug dealers and comfort impregnated teens.
Well, this movie makes fun of that. So come if you're a fan of the old TV show, and stay to be called an asshole for that. But these are our kind of teens, right? 30-something. And of course they're trying to stop a synthetic drug from infiltrating the schools. I mean, this is a growing trend in the movies. It's always some new synthetic drug, because actual crack and meth makes teens sad.
I don't know about your school, but there were definitely no guys in my high school who looked like Johnny Depp. Come on, if a guy like Johnny Depp showed up at my high school, I would immediately think he was an undercover cop who was going to bust us all for drugs. The guys in my high school look like Jonah Hill. The casting director of this movie is either a certified genius or an authentic wacko.
Not only does Depp have a cameo in this remake, he's the only original cast member to do so. So Richard Grieco is too good for this. Let that sink in.
I hope they all catch an STD from the girls at the party in Project X.
Well, it's time for another movie with Will Ferrell. So the natural question is, what sport does he play?
Haven't you always wanted to see a whole bunch of movie about telenovelas you don't watch? No? Well, Will Ferrell disagrees. Will Ferrell plays the Mexican son of a rancher who fights for his family home while a love triangle threatens to tear it apart. Ferrell is backed by an all-Hispanic cast including Gael Garcia Bernal, all of whom have apparently had the ability to wink at the audience surgically removed. Like so many Will Ferrell movies as of late, you'll be asking yourself, is this supposed to be funny?
You'll probably enjoy it more if you watch from the perspective that Will Ferrell has gone insane.
Looks to me as though Will Ferrell's accountant has suggested to him he needs to take a loss this year.
But why should you go and see Casa de mi Padre? Because it takes balls the size of the Georgia Dome to make this movie.